Sometimes the anivus, the humility of the Rebbe, was very beilit, was very obvious. And as an example, was concerning Shabbos Parshas Miketz, which was Shabbos Chanukah, which was also the first day of Rosh Chodesh Teves in the year Tovshin Chof Tes, which is 1969. In a case like this, the halach is that instead of saying the Haftorah of Rosh Chodesh, which we normally say if Shabbos is Rosh Chodesh, but you say the Haftorah of Chanukah, and you do not say the Haftorah of Rosh Chodesh. But there is a whole discussion whether we add at the end of the Haftorah of Chanukah 2 psukim from the Haftorah of Rosh Chodesh and 2 psukim of the Haftorah of Mocher Chodesh. L'peil, the meaning by us is that we do add after the Haftorah of Chanukah 2 psukim from the Haftorah of Rosh Chodesh and 2 psukim from the Haftorah of Mocher Chodesh. But that year, Tovshin Chof Tes, the Rebbe, when he had Maftir and he said the Haftorah, he did not add those psukim. He just said the Haftorah of Chanukah. Now remember, we were standing there listening to the Haftorah and wondering what happened. How come the Rebbe didn't say it? When the Rebbe came down to the Farbrengen, there was a Farbrengen because it was Shabbos Chanukah, Shabbos Chodesh. The Rebbe, the first thing, spoke about it. And instead, first thing you have to speak about is Negei L'Maaseh, because something that's Negei L'Maaseh. And he went into a whole discussion whether the reasons why we should say these psukim, why we shouldn't say these psukim. But he said, Lepel Mamish, since it says in the Luach Kelel Chabad that you have to say it, we have to say it. And he quoted what the Frierdiker Rebbe said in the Seder, that before you do anything by the Seder, you have to look inside to see what it says you should do. It's not enough to look in Svarim that have a shaklavatari discussion all about it. You have to look in a place L'Maaseh B'Peil. And here it says in Luach Kelel Chabad that you have to say add the 2 psukim. The Rebbe said he himself did not say it because he had a sophic whether to say it or not. But L'Peil Mamish, and he came to a decision that al Sofik he shouldn't say it. But L'Peil Mamish, he said I should have said it, and this shows that you have to look up before you do something. It's not enough to know the Svarim. You have to look up L'Maaseh B'Peil in the place where it says B'Peil. And then the Rebbe went on to complain why no one corrected him. And he went on saying that there were Rabbanim even there, and no one corrected him that he should say it, that he should say those 4 psukim. And he said it that I tell already a lot of times that we have to fix things, and I said it many times and no one listens, and he went on and on and on complaining why no one fixed him, corrected him in what he did. And we were standing by the Farbrengen wondering, what does the Rebbe mean? Does the Rebbe really think that people in the crowd will correct the Rebbe when he says the Haftorah, whichever way he says it? We know that obviously, by Chassidim, you'd never correct the Rebbe. I remember there was another time when the Rebbe said something and somebody in the crowd screamed out to correct. This was by davening. And I remember afterwards, Reb Shmuel Levitin came over to him and he says, how could you do such a thing? A Rebbe you never correct, because whatever he does, he knows what he's doing and is right. So here also, how did the Rebbe expect that we should correct him? But obviously, the Rebbe said it with such sincerity, yes, that he expected he should be corrected. In other words, this showed the Rebbe's humility, that yes, that he feels that somebody should correct him. Now, we know that whatever is done by the Rebbe, it has deeper inyonim and deeper biurim and pashtas and deeper all kinds of inyonim. But the Rebbe mitzad him really complained in a very serious way that he feels he should have been corrected, that he should have added these 4 psukim. And this, we were thinking then, here shows that the Rebbe, the way he felt, that yes, we should correct him because this shows the anivus of the Rebbe.